Hello, I am Richard Nixon, and I am currently serving as the Vice President of the United States, and I have a lot of experience in politics.
I'm John F. Kennedy, and I'm a senator from Massachusetts, and I'm from Boston, and I'm very charming.
John F. Kennedy here may be charming. I'd still like to talk about politics.
Very charming.
Very charming. Let's talk about the progress in the road system that we've had in the
Park your
past
car in Harvard Yard.
under President Eisenhower. Our roads are getting more advanced.
Look at this guy.
People are getting around quicker.
Hey, stop this debate right now! You should not be president.
That's what I'm saying.
Why?
Well, you may be vice president now, but you should never be president.
Who are you?
I am from the future, 2017 to be exact, and I'm coming here to tell you that you shouldn't be president. You have high hopes, but you shouldn't be president. Let's go.
Watch as I show you what will happen in your future. On January 1st, 1970, President Nixon signed into law the National Environmental Policy Act of 1969. This was a proposed executive reorganization that would consolidate many of the federal government's environmental responsibilities under one new agency, the Environmental Protection Agency. This Environmental Protection Agency would help the passage of the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and finally the Marine Mammal Protection Act. President Nixon sent a budget for the government's fiscal year in 1971, calling for a surplus of $1.3 billion. To do this, national defense was lowered to a smaller proportion of the budget than any year since 1950, when the Korean War began. "We must begin," Nixon said. "Cull from the budget mass these programs that are ineffective or poorly designed, and those where the original need has long since vanished. Since needs in technology change rapidly, government programs must keep pace."
Hello, America. As we all know, one of our Supreme Court justices, Earl Warren, has retired. So in his place, I choose to nominate Justice Burger for the Supreme Court of the United States of America.
Hello, citizens of America. This is your Vice President Spiro Agnew speaking, and I would like to say to everyone here that we need to get back to the good old days of fighting communism, and we need to fight communism hard. We gotta send all our troops to Vietnam, get them on the ground. We need them fighting, and they need to be there by the thousands. And all these protesters who think they're so cool for not going to Vietnam, well, I hope that they know that they are spreading communism and they're letting it happen. We need to stop this.
What are you doing on this fine day in 1972 in November?
Well, since the passage of the 26th Amendment and everything that Richard Nixon did, I'm 18 and I get to vote in the 1972 presidential election. And I am going to vote for George McGovern. So here I go.
Hello, America. One of our Supreme Court justices has yet again retired. So in his place, I'd like to nominate Supreme Court Justice Blackmun for the Supreme Court of the United States.
Hello, citizens of America. I would like to tell you all that today is probably one of the saddest days in this country. And I would like to tell you that I am resigning because of extortion, bribery, and income tax violation. Well, I was governor of Maryland. I have enjoyed being your vice president for the past 4 years, and I hope that this country stays amazing.
Hello, America. Today I'd like to discuss with you desegregation of public schools in the United States. Not just public schools, all schools. Because I believe that a student's education should not be separated based on the color of their skin. In 1954, in Brown versus the Board of Education, I do believe that Brown was right in both constitutional and humanity terms. In 1968, which was only 2 years ago, 68% of all black children in the South attended a segregated school. Now, this was only 2 years ago, but this is still unacceptable. There are still many cases in which black students attend segregated schools, and we need to end this. So my administration and I will be working very, very hard to try to end this horrible segregation.
Hello. I am so sick with cancer, and in the 1970s right now, we don't have any good programs that will help me and fight my cancer like everyone who else is fighting cancer right now. If only someone could help me, please.
Oh, ma'am. Are you struggling with cancer?
Yes, I am.
How would you like it if the United States government instituted some programs and healthcare programs to help people like you? You can enjoy many more memories with your beautiful cat there.
I would love that so much. Oh, thank you, Mr. President.
Hello, America. As we know, John Marshall Harlan II has chosen to retire from the Supreme Court, and sadly, Hugo Black has died. So, in their place, I would like to nominate 2 more justices. I have Justice Powell Jr. and Justice Rehnquist for nominees for the Supreme Court of the United States of America.
President Richard Nixon opened the doors for women in collegiate sports when he signed Title IX in 1972, a civil rights law preventing gender bias at colleges and universities that were receiving federal financial aid. Title IX made sure that women could participate in any sport that they would like, and that if a men's sport were available at the school, a women's sport had to be offered as well. Title IX was a strong victory for the feminist movement of the 1970s. Title IX states that no person should be discriminated against due to sex or gender at academic, organizations, and facilities.
I'm really proud of that. I love women's rights.
Yeah, it was really good work, man.
Yeah, that was a really good job that you did there with Title IX. I do agree. But a lot of other things that you did weren't so good. But some of them are very good.
Hello, Mao. I'm glad to meet you here in China. How would you feel about revitalizing trade relations with the United States?
Yes, I think we should start trading goods soon.
Great, that sounds like a good plan to me. Let's start trading soon. Soon this month, we'll be rolling out a new plan of the Nixon Doctrine. This plan will be called Vietnamization. It's my plan to get our troops out of South Vietnam, finally. We'll be supplying the southern Vietnamese with weapons, ammunition, training, all in the hopes that they'll eventually be able to fight the North Vietnamese on their own. In other news, Congress last week passed a bill that requires me to notify them within 48 hours of going to war.
Hello, I am from Russia. We want to do the treaties with you.
Yes, let's figure out this treaty.
Yeah.
Actually, we have already figured it out. Let's sign the ABM and SALT I Treaty.
I
to
will
limit
sign this.
arms. Could you please sign here?
Really, what's the big deal here? I'm starting to think this guy should be president.
Just wait till you see what's coming up next. Hello, America. Because of our country's support for Israel, we are no longer able to have gas. And I'm a very wealthy person, as you can see by this glorious fur coat. But I can't fill up my car because gas is so expensive. Come on, Nixon.
Well, that's not that bad.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
But it really is. Come on. We gotta go see Watergate, which is gonna ruin your career and your entire reputation. Let's go.
What do we got, team? Oh, excellent. Thanks, guys. We're going to do so well in this election.
The court has decided that there is a limit to the extension of executive privilege. President Nixon, hand over your tapes.
President Nixon, the time has come for you to hand us your tapes. Oh my God! Give us the real stuff!
All right. Here we go. I'm not a cook. Well, I am still considering running for president.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, Miss, what about me? Anything you need to warn me about?
Look at the time. I gotta go.
I guess I'm good. I'm invincible!
Hello everyone, I'm here today on this beautiful street corner to come and see what the average Joe has to say about our former president, Richard Nixon. Here we go.
Hello, miss.
Yeah?
Would you like to answer a question today?
Yeah.
What do you think of our former president, Richard Nixon?
Okay.
Can you give him a grade on his presidency?
Like an A.
Why?
It's like Obamacare.
You know we're talking about Richard Nixon.
Yeah. Because I use that. Because I need that. I use it.
But this was during
Civil
the
rights?
This was during the 1970s. We're not talking about Obama.
Oh, because Obama did that. Obama did that. Okay.
Hello, mister. Can I ask you a question today?
Yeah.
What do you think of our former president, Richard Nixon?
Oh, forget about it. Bad guy.
Why?
Watergate.
Okay, if you had to give him a grade, what would it be?
F.
Why?
Watergate.
Do you know anything else he did other than Watergate?
Yeah. Because,
Have a nice day.
yeah, you do. Yeah.
Hello, miss. Will you please come talk to me?
Yeah, certainly can.
So I was wondering if you knew anything about our president, Richard Nixon, our former president.
Yeah, because I have a history degree, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you could give him a grade, what would it be?
I'd say about a C.
A C. Why?
Yeah. Well, because there were highs and lows, and there was a lot that happened. You know, it was a hard time.
Okay. Do you know anything that he did?
Yeah, a lot. There were things internationally. There were things, you know, domestically, kind of here.
Like when he passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
Exactly, and that was very good for, as we know, for Black Americans.
Yeah.
And for many others, you know, for
Yeah. And when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation?
yeah, I'd say that was the first step, kind of, for Americans of all different races to come together, and then with the Civil Rights, obviously, just some really, really good things.
Yeah, you did amazing. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, mister, can I ask you a question today?
I don't know where the body is. I swear to God.
I just wanted to ask you a question about our former president, Richard Nixon.
Okay, cause I was just kidding, cause it was like a joke, cause it was just a funny joke, cause I don't know where the body, cause there's no body, cause there's like I've never seen a body.
Hello, miss. May I ask you a question today?
Of course, dearie.
If you were to give former President Richard Nixon a grade, what would that grade be?
Oh, what a lovely question, because I myself have lived through many presidencies, and it's so beautiful to see young people interested in their country's history. I am a professor of history, recently retired, and I think that I would give President Richard Nixon domestically a C minus, and internationally a B.
Would you care to explain more about that?
Oh, of course. It's always a pleasure to have company. I would say that domestically, Title IX was absolutely monumental to see pass in my lifetime as an elderly woman. I would also say that what he did for healthcare in the fight against cancer was absolutely beautiful. I would say also, internationally, improving relations with Russia, improving trade relations, of course, as you know, with China. It was monumental. We see the effects today. Every day we see the effects of trade with China, as well as the lessening of tensions with Russia. It's not something you had to grow up with, and for that I am extremely grateful. Internationally also, there was Vietnam. There was the ending of troops leaving for that dreadful war. On a negative note, why he doesn't have an A, I would say, is because of Iran and selling weapons that they couldn't pay back and causing an oil crisis, again, here at home domestically. I would say at home the reason his grade is so low, a C-, despite all the good he did, would be because of Watergate, of course, as many people know, as I'm sure was the first thing you learned to associate with him as a young person yourself. It tried the American spirit, but I will tell you that a positive effect is the fact that, as Schlesinger described, we are now more wary of the presidency, of their power, of letting them exceed what is appropriate. We are more careful about checks and balances. It altered the fabric of the United States permanently, and though in many ways it was negative in what it showed about his character, it was positive in what it showed about the resilience of the American spirit. Thank you very much, Charlie.
Thank you. It was very, very nice
to have a conversation.
to meet with you today. So great to meet you.
You don't know what it means.
Okay, have a nice day.
I will.
What's the big deal here? I mean, I'm starting this guy should be president.
Just you wait, John.
Are you Lee Harvey Oswald?
Action.
Hello, Mao. How would you feel about starting to trade with the United States again?
Crouch down. Crouch right.
Kyle, I can hear that.
No, they can't.
Yes, that also sounds like a good plan to me. Let's start relations soon.
From today, I'm not president, I will own your president.
Alright, that's kind of scary.
Trump is Putin's puppet.
Well, I do know that women will love me because I wear suits. I will be the 37th President of the United States. I will be scandalous, but I will know when to quit.